So we got an opportunity to get a new trailer here at Amberg Acres. The new one's not brand new, but this is like a 1960s, and we're going to be getting like a 1990s, so about a 30-year difference in the trailer. I don't see a tag on this trailer anywhere, but this license plate is a 1970s license plate, so I'm assuming it's a 1960 something model. And it's probably been sitting here since the mid-70s. So I'm going to take all this skirting off that's down here on the bottom. I'm going to take all this skirting off, and we're going to try and move this old trailer tomorrow. And we're just going to move it behind that big tree you see right there, and get it prepped so that when the guy comes with the new trailer, he can just take this one away. So I got to remove all this skirting, and we're going to get the neighbor over here with his big tractor, and he's going to try and move this thing. I was really surprised here when I got the skirting off and these old tires under here. I put the compressor on them, and three of the tires hold air. This one here, this one over here, the one doesn't hold air, but the other three tires all held air. So I'm thinking we're going to be able to just roll this thing across the yard. So the next step is to get these blocks out from underneath here. I'm just using a 6-ton bottle jack, and I'm lifting on the frame just a little bit so I can slide the blocks out. It's actually pretty easy. I'm going to leave the 2 in the front and 2 in the back so it can't tip till the guy comes with the tractor. I got all the blocks removed except for the 4 corners. Well, we got the trailer moved, and then this happens. So I still don't got all the blocks under there, so I'm gonna have to lay in the snow to get the blocks put back under the trailer. But we got her moved. order to move the trailer in, we had to level off the property a little bit. So we rented a skid steer. $200 a day for the skid steer. And we got this all leveled off now. We're gonna have some stone brought in and fill that up with some stone and pack it all down. Make a nice base for that trailer to sit on. This is about, I don't know. We're at about 4 or 5 hours of work here to dig this out so far. So here it is after we packed it in with the whacker earth compactor. Really pushed that stuff down really nice. So we'll be putting 4 or 5 inches of gravel on top of here yet and pack that down for a nice base for this trailer. Well, there's the new trailer. We got her all disconnected, ready to ship. It's May 5th. We're gonna be moving it on Thursday. So good luck with that. We got a crew coming in here. They're gonna hook up to it, jack it up, get the blocks out, take it over to our property over by Amberg Acres. So we hired Bob from Manufactured Housing Specialists. He answers his phone every time we call him. He answers his phone no matter where he is. So that was a plus for us. And this is his little unit that he uses, little cat unit that he uses to move the trailers around. All remote control. Guy just stands off to the side and moves it around just like you would with a toy. Man, these guys are really moving. They got the first side done already. They're working on the second side. They had to put an axle on and 8 tires, and they're gonna have this thing on the road in probably less than an hour. So they hook up with this little cat, and they use this little cat to pull this trailer all the way out to the road. And then out on the road is where they hook up to the semi-truck. They use these mats. The mats keep the trailer from sinking into the mud. So they just keep moving them every 10 feet or so. They keep moving, throw another mat down, and that's how they get this thing through the mud and out onto the street. So out here on the road, they back up the semi to it, and he makes his connections. The back of the semi has a little hydraulic unit that moves sideways up and down. He just backs up to it, hooks up to it, and then he hooks up his lights, and he's off. He's ready to go. So there it goes, heading to its new home down the road. So they are really moving. They are really clipping down the highway. I had everything I could do to get ahead of them with the camera and film them coming around the corner into town here. So here it comes, up the road to its new home. So they put these rubber mats down or plastic mats down, and then the tires don't sink into the mud so much. So they're gonna back it right in. We got Barbara out here on the skid steer today. Got her Harley shirt on and her winter hat on. So we're filling this in with gravel today. We've had some really bad weather and we're way behind, so we're working on it today. It's a Friday. We're trying to get this all filled in. The trailer got moved last week, so we're gonna get this filled in so they can push the trailer up on the pad next weekend. So she's driving over it now with the skid steer just to pack it down and push it down into the sand below and make it nice and hard. The harder the better. That way the trailer won't sink. Finally had a nice enough day to get this all filled in. This was Barb's first time using a skid steer. So what do you think, Barb? It's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time, eh?
We need one.
Yeah, we do need one. I think a tractor with a backhoe would be better suited for us, but this thing gets the job done. It's a little hard to use because this unit has the handles where you have to twist the handles and move them forward and backward at the same time. So it's a little hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, it works just fine. But if you're used to something else, it's not. It's kind of takes a little bit, you know, a little bit of a learning curve to get going on it. But anyhow, we got her all filled in, so we're gonna pack her down, and we're gonna level some of the dirt around the outside, and we should be ready for next week for the guy to push the trailer on. There's Barb using a whacker. I don't know, she must really want this trailer put in here because I've never seen her work that hard before. Thing does a pretty nice job. Packs her down, it's gonna be like concrete almost. First thing you don't want to do is bring a skid steer down into a wet area. We buried the darn thing. So then I called the neighbor to help get me out. And he buried his tractor. So now we're trying to get that tractor out. Got the skid steer out. He came down here and he just sunk right in. This is normally not wet here. And he just buried it. He barely was moving, and he just sunk right in like a swamp. We shoved some logs under the tires and filled them up with dirt. Hopefully that'll be enough to get them moving. Oh no! It's just sinking in again. Well, it's all ready to go. It's 8 o'clock at night. I just made supper. It's been a long day, but it's finished. We'll be coming Friday to put the trailer on it and anchor it down, level it, and we're all set. So now she's taking my handy dandy rotor tiller there, and she's working this all up where we dug. And she's smoothing this all out. That thing she just keeps going over and over and over, and it slowly pulverizes all the clumps and gets this all knocked down and flat. And then we'll just throw some seed in there and let her grow. They're pushing it on. You like them gnats? Gravel harder than rock. Well, there it is on its pad. Sunk into that gravel a little bit. I'm surprised. It's heavier than you think. So he's using a water level. I don't know if you can see the hose on the ground. That's how he's leveling each one of those blocks, and then they just set the trailer down on it. So this is the water level. Levels each block before they set the trailer on it. It's filled with antifreeze. So he sets the height of that off the first block he sets, and then he sets all the other blocks to the first block. So all the blocks in a row should be the same height. Well, that's it for our trailer move. Bob came over on Friday and finished up the leveling and everything, got the thing up on the pad here. Everything went real good. We're real happy with the work Bob did. I finished up the day. I put in a 110-foot trench here for the power line. Dug it all by hand. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think I gotta go get some Aleve. Hang on a second. Okay, I feel much better now. Anyhow, there were some iffy reviews for Bob on the internet, and in his defense, when he was over here, he was laying underneath this trailer on his belly, putting these blocks underneath here, and he took a phone call, a good 10-minute phone call with a guy about a trailer, and so when he's on the phone with you and he sounds a little short, it's because he's in the middle of a job and he's working, and that's why he sounds a little short with you on the phone. So take that into consideration when you call him. His number's on the video here on the side of his machine, and he did a really good job. I'm real happy with what he did here. He has to come back and put a couple of straps under there yet and some earth anchors in the ground, but he's going to come back this week sometime and do that. But all in all, you know, we're real happy with the work that Bob did here. So the trailer's done. I just got a little bit of the skirting to do yet. We need to make some repairs under there. There's a lot of holes where the critters got in, and we got to get under there and patch some of them holes and stuff. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll put the skirting on. The skirting's real simple. It's just like if you ever did a soffit on a house, it's just two pieces of plastic slide together and interlock and go under that lip on the trailer there. So it's real easy to do. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to give you a breakdown of the cost here, what this costed. So excluding the cost of the mobile home, the move itself from Wasaki to Amberg was $2,700. That included jacking it up, putting tires on it, putting an axle on it, moving it over here, leveling it, putting the blocks on, and strapping it down was the $2,700. The gravel pad was 2 days with a skid steer at $219 a day. So that's $400 and something. And then the gravel was $640. So, you know, you're around $1,000 there for the pad and the landscaping and everything, and so you're up to $3,700, almost $4,000 for just to move this trailer to this property. So take that into consideration if you're thinking about doing that. That's what it costs. They can set this on grass, but when it's sitting on grass, it just sinks. We had it over here on the lawn, you know, temporarily for a week, and it just sunk. It just sunk into that lawn, you know. So you need something firm underneath it. So that's why we went with the gravel pad. And this will help keep it level. It'll stay level for a long time this way. So that's what you want to do. So thanks for watching.